Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
You are who now?
Well, you call me G.I. Jane, but I ain't mad at it.
Okay, y'all. We're going to do Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not going to say the part because if D goes and watch this, he's going to hit the dislike button if he sees me saying it. So, welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda T. Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 8. But before we start, Rhonda, tell them what to do.
Mash that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel.
They'll be back.
That's my best D I can give you, or I could do this.
Yeah. And did you say, he said smash and
Mash it and slice it.
There you go. All right, he's out trick-or-treating, so he'll be back tomorrow. So this episode starts off with Kimmy and Maurice. Okay. So they started a title company. Oh, she fell asleep already. We just started.
Actually, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the title company, like they said, you know, that type of business is rare in the African American community. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to them.
I just want them to figure out what the hell they're doing. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all got so many things going on. I understand, like, Maurice, did he study like real estate so he can be a real estate attorney? I don't know what kind of attorney he is. So if that's the case, that makes sense. Then he doesn't have to do trials. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I know he took credit for it once again for her accomplishments. You know, see what happened when your husband pushed you into real estate. I was like, was she already in real estate when we met her? She was already doing real estate. So you're taking credit for that because she's doing title closing. Like she was already in that arena though. So
I feel like I'm gonna be in big trouble for saying this.
Here we go. I'll look for that piece. Okay.
I'm gonna say it anyway though. So I feel like when younger men get in relationships with older women, they do that kind of shit to make themselves feel some type of way.
I think men just do that overall, though. I think that's the thing.
I do too, but I just feel like because there's an age difference, they're always trying to prove, like, we can see Kimmy don't need you, Maurice. Anything she would be doing, like she's doing right now, she will be doing anyway. But because, you know, he's got to prove himself as an adult.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't he act like that too? He's kind of like,
he's not
I told you. He's not, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a man thing because he do that kind of stuff. See, I told you, that's what I was telling you. I was like, you didn't, but okay.
Does he refer to your stuff as little? Because you know, everything I do gets little in front of it.
No, probably because I snap. But
I snap too. But you know, I think my snapping at this point is entertainment. But yeah, you know, I digress. Yeah.
So they talk about the little meeting at the comeback group and how basically it wasn't no resolve because Mel said she wouldn't do anything different. And she
I'm gonna disagree, Maurice. There was resolve.
What got resolved?
They decided that they were gonna have a conversation with Wanda, and regardless of what the conversation is, Wanda don't need to be around other folks. She cannot.
They got a conversation. They had a conversation with, well, what she was saying with Mark and Wanda. I don't think nothing changed from it though.
Yeah, but Mark never was on the show to start with. Y'all keep inviting Wanda to things. If Wanda could come to things that are Tisha, like the baby's birthday party and stuff like that. Invite Wanda to that stuff. But why is she coming in your friend group anyway to every event? I think that's weird.
Because our boy put her right up front because she caused drama.
Oh, well, congratulations.
That's what it is. So she tells them that you guys Just like Marceau and Tisha is responsible for Wanda, you and Marceau are responsible for Mark. And he's saying that, Mark don't listen to nobody. And she was like, well, neither do Wanda. So it's a double standard. You want Tisha to make Wanda responsible, but you guys don't want to make Mark. And his excuse was, well, Wanda is defending Tisha, but Mark is defending himself. That's the difference between
but Mark wasn't brought up except for y'all.
Oh,
Marcel brought him up.
Yeah.
Marcel put him in the
on the show. Yeah, Marcel brought him up.
Defend himself, if that's what you want to call it. I feel like that's all bullshit too, but you'll get to that.
Yeah. So she encouraged him to have a conversation with Mark. Kiki meets up with Mel at Mel's house. Mel is like, my friend Kiki is coming by. I'm like, Mel, Kiki is not your friend.
This is the shit Mel be doing.
Yeah.
This is the shit she does.
That's not your friend.
That makes people be like, Mel.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this conversation, the one that's coming up, I feel like all of y'all just turned around and did what you said y'all weren't gonna do. Y'all all went and got the outside people that y'all said that y'all wasn't going to keep them outside of it.
But one thing I will say about Kiki, the street's been talking about her secret for a minute, and everybody wanted to know what the hell it was. So this conversation with Mel at least gave her the opportunity to spill her own tea, you know what I'm saying, and stop allowing folks to be holding it over her head.
This tea, she could have told that shit last season while she was sitting up there making it, unless they told her to wait until this season. They were trying to do some build up for it, because I was like,
this is last season.
Yeah. Well, I don't need Kiki, Tiffany, or Destiny next season. Okay.
I don't mind Kiki, to be honest.
Kiki full of shit too.
Kind
Kiki
of,
full of shit. She full of shit. Kiki just should have just get off the show. Get off the show, Kiki. And this is why okay, so let's get into it. So they talk about the whole little fight at Madani or whatever, the dinner with the comeback group. How Tisha act dumb, like she ain't know what her mom did. Well, what did she do? All that dumb, stupid shit she did at the meeting. And how they agree to set boundaries with Wanda at the end. And also to keep outside people out of it, but we're clearly bringing them all back in. So she brings up the whole thing with Tisha and Marcel. And she spilled her tea. She said that she was addicted to pain pills. And she basically was stealing pills from other people, and she didn't think that other people were going to notice, and they did start noticing. So she was she had some kind of injury. She got addicted to these pills.
You'll be mad if you come to my house because ain't no medication. Sorry, I got some aspirin and some ibuprofen. Thankfully, I don't have to take no medication. I'll say that. But do you keep your medication like where people can? Like when I was taking care of her medication wasn't in the bathroom.
Yeah, but people do.
In the guest bathroom, or do you keep it in the bathroom like that's in your bedroom?
Well, so let me say this. I had a friend who clearly was addicted to pills, and she did that shit to me. I invited her currently at the house that I'm staying at. Okay, but we were doing some taping and stuff here. And she went in that bathroom and stole some pain pills out of that bathroom.
Your upstairs bathroom.
Yeah. But at the time, that was the bathroom. Because you remember when I moved here.
Yeah.
So that was the bathroom that they were using. That made me, when I found out that person did that made me feel horrible. Like, no, that heifer didn't take some pills.
Well,
up
let's
out of
just
there.
put it on out there now. Let's be clear. We got some family members that if they was going to my friend's house, I'm gonna be like, check it out.
So that's what I'm saying. Because we know. And so
Right.
I'm not mad at them for saying, hey, she had this problem. You might want to put your pills up. You know what I'm saying? Now she's saying that she just got out of rehab. To me, just got out of rehab ain't long
That
enough
don't
for
mean
you not to
nothing.
put your pills up.
That don't mean
You know what I'm
nothing.
saying? And I don't feel like, even though Melanie sitting up here talking about they laughed about it, blah, blah, blah. And they might have, because Marceau, we know Marceau.
That's how Marceau presented it, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
it
bet
wouldn't
you
have
Melanie put
mattered.
them pills up.
It wouldn't have mattered how they said it, I don't think. Like
I
that
bet
was
she
just
I bet you she put them pills up before she invited her over to the house to do this
if
thing.
she have any. Yeah.
This how I know about the one over here. The person over here said something like, such and such over here got such. And I was like, how you know? I seen
How you
him.
know?
How you see him? You in the cat? You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah.
See, I guess, not trying to be funny, but that's just not like I ain't never went through nobody's
I ain't either, but that ain't my issue. But if I know, I could
look, I came to your house and I couldn't even figure out how to open the thing. I was like, where the toothpaste?
Downstairs?
No, upstairs.
Oh,
I couldn't figure
upstairs?
out how to open it. I'm like, I mean, she was very crafty up there trying to figure out how to open that cabinet.
Baby,
Because
she
I couldn't
found
get
them.
to the toothpaste.
She found them.
She did
And
that.
my cousin at the time, had some other type of pills. You know what I'm saying? And child shit. I bet you she took some before because she turned around and asked her for some.
Look here. Go in my bathroom. The thing gonna fall down. Oh shit. It's booby trapped in there. How we got stuff piled. Like, first of all, we got two people trying to share that,
Right.
that little space. Like, now we know how to maneuver, but go in there if you want to. You finna have the whole thing in the bathroom sink.
I kind of feel like something like that happened. I kind of feel like that happened.
You was like, what was that?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not mad at them because I can remember. I remember growing up and they used to be like such and such coming over, even put away the rub and alcohol. And I was a kid.
Or the remote control, or the shampoo, or the toilet paper. Oh, I got off track a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at them.
I'm not either. I'm like, I think, that's one of those things that.
And I feel like the way she said it, that she downplayed it. And I feel like for you to go all the way to rehab and stuff for her, it was more serious than how she said it. You know,
I had a little problem, and I used to go to people. I was like, "That's not a little." But one thing I will say, like, it's unfortunate because we don't talk about that a lot. Like you said, somebody. How you can be like just doing your regular life, because we do know that Kiki, like, she got real job and education and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. How you can find yourself in a situation where I got hurt and this shit happened, and now I don't, I have lost control of it. And I think, unlike somebody who's like always in the street doing their thing, you do be trying to hide it, I'm assuming, since you got this life to.
Oh boy, told y'all that he was a banker. Okay. And they was giving him.
You talking about crackhead Sam?
Yeah. He told y'all he was a banker. Okay. And they was giving him his money. Look how he turned out. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. So that was that. Okay. Was that it with them? That was it with them. So now these fools, Maurice and Marceau and Maurice, they met up with Mark. He said, look here, you be popping off at the mouth. Okay. And he said, I don't be popping off at the mouth What he say? He said he don't be telling y'all stuff. He tell his own stuff. Now here's the thing, Mark. Here's the thing about that. When I first met you, that's exactly what you was doing. You was talking about they stuff. You was on there with Kiowa, since you brought up Kiowa. You was on that thing with Kiowa talking about Kimmy being the side chick. Okay. Now you won't hear too much. You only talk about your stuff, but that ain't true, because that's how I met you, boo. That's how we met you.
You
So
know what I think? I think at first I thought like Miss Vanessa was just not comfortable with the term relationship. But now I think maybe there was nothing. Maybe I think there was nothing. I think maybe she got in there and got afraid of this nigga and didn't know how to undo it.
I think she might have liked him. And like you said, he got crazy. And then she was like, because like she said the whole thing with, you know, him finding the pop bottles and putting their name and stuff together. And she was like, he doing too much too soon. It ain't even like that. She embarrassed.
I think she probably ain't somebody that's gonna move fast anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think he scared her off. And listen,
he scared me off.
When she was saying, first of all, like it was something in the beginning. Marceau started the shit in the beginning, talking about, I don't know why is she trying to play it off like they're not together, like they're together. Marceau was saying that.
Right.
She said they were just friends. And she also said when they showed the clip of the reunion, she said she was just friends. And she said she ain't never been to his house. She would repeatedly said, I've never been to his house. I've never been to his house. And he said, if you come to my house, then you're not just coming for friendship. She said she ain't come to your house.
So where is she going to? The hotel?
Probably, because that would be proper. I'll come there. Because she seems like that type. I'll come visit. We're not staying at each other's house and stuff. And then she got there and was like I have this neighbor, or I used to, where I used to live. I had this neighbor and we hung out a couple times. She was cool. This is not like a relationship thing, but she was cool, a little kooky. You know what I'm saying? And then the last time, like we went to dinner one night. She called me and was like, do you want to go to dinner, whatever. The last time I went and hung out with her, I was like, no, this bitch is certified crazy. Like, I don't even want to hang out with her. Like, after we get home tonight, we won't be hanging out no more. She ain't my type of people. But I did hang out with her a couple times because it came off as a little kooky in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like at first I thought maybe she was sliding with that nigga. And maybe she felt sorry for him because there's something wrong with him. Like even the way Marceau and Maurice was talking to him, they were so careful how they was talking. Like he needs to be.
And then he busts out laughing in the middle of it and shit.
He was laughing and
something wrong
looking
with
crazy.
Something wrong with him. I don't know. I don't know. You know, sometimes good girls be with like crazy guys. They attract crazy guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Mel's dad, because you know that was a whole don't claim your child, all that craziness. He was married or some shit.
Well, maybe her picker is off, but I'm just saying something about that.
Yeah, sometimes good girls just, you know, shit.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she was naive and was like, he's nice, and it was a little flattering because if she's older than him, she was probably like, you know, he ain't, you know. And then she was like, oh,
he crazy. Like you said, they got their kitten gloves on with him.
Even like him saying, friends don't buy plane tickets for friends, and I was like, maybe they do though. Like, did you know what I'm saying?
I felt like when he was saying stuff like that, I felt like Maurice was rolling with him and Marceau wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I kept feeling like Maurice was trying to somewhat take up for him or justify the shit he was doing. And Maurice will be, but Marceau was just like, but it's offensive. Like,
But
stop.
I do think friends do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on like Stormy with the purse. Like for Stormy,
Yeah.
that purse wasn't nothing
He
for
ain't been
her.
around nobody that can afford to buy plane tickets. That's why he
Maybe
thinking
not.
he's
That's what I'm
something
saying. They
big.
kind of do though. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you be like, "Hey, we going to Cancun," or "I ain't got no money." Yeah, you going too. Just have your
Right.
spending money ready. That's
He
just
ain't been
kind of.
around nobody. And they don't take him nowhere. His brothers never don't take
I
him
mean,
nowhere.
that nigga said, "If you want to fight with me, you better bring a lunch."
That's what he said. That's what he said. And then when he told him, you are hurting, I'm telling you, you're hurting your brothers, you're hurting our family. And he laughed. And he said he is not the bigger person. Don't look for him to be the bigger person because that ain't him. Okay. And he said he ain't as sensitive to women like some of y'all is. So I said this fool
That's
is
scary.
crazy. Yeah, he crazy. They asked him to apologize. He said respectfully, F you. That's what he said. And that's how that went. You know
Why he
what
do
I'm
the
saying?
creepy laugh and he was sweating all over the place. I was like, I realize it's hot, but Maurice and Marcel wasn't sweating like that. And Maurice had on a whole suit.
Yeah. Nah. That was
I was like, he
weird.
rolled up with them flip-flops and
Just
uh
crazy.
I don't know what he had offensive he had on his t-shirt, whatever it was, they made him turn that shit around because you could see the writing. I was like, I wonder what it said that they made him be like, no.
Respectfully F you. Shit.
Like they made him be like, you gotta turn that around. We can't be no.
Jeez. Oh God. So Tisha and Destiny meet up to talk shit about Mel because that's what this was. Okay. They doing the same shit. I'm tired of this. Let's just we don't like each other.
You know
Okay.
what I'm tired of? You know what I'm tired of?
What's that?
Destiny and her ill-fitting jumpsuits with the belly out.
Oh my
That's what I'm sick
God.
and tired of.
Well, let me say this about this scene. So they did showcase a new restaurant in Huntsville. That was nice. Okay.
Yes.
Um, um,
They
I
must have heard
really,
my question. I was like, is it any place to go? They were like,
yeah, they was
yeah,
like, here you
girl.
go, here you go.
You better go down to
Um,
the Korean barbecue.
Tisha and Destiny wouldn't be friends, you know. If Destiny was still friends with Mel, Tisha wouldn't even be a thing. So I'm not even feeling this. You talking about Stormy, you keep talking about Stormy and these products. She explained to you how distribution goes. If you don't want to follow that process, I don't even want to talk about it with you no more. That's where I'm at on that. And
And
this
just
whole
like you sat there and you had a conversation with Stormy, and as soon as Tisha brought her name up, here you go with the stank face.
and that's why you ain't got none of her products. And did Mel apologize? Who called you to apologize? Martell. Well, Martell's your friend.
What is Mel apologizing for?
Did Wanda call you and apologize? I didn't hear you say
Hell no,
Wanda.
Monda called you a monkey following behind
That's what
Mel with
she
her.
said. So I don't know why you expected her. You didn't get a call from her. Did you get a call from Marcel and Tisha?
Well,
Oh,
Tisha's
okay.
taking her to lunch. And
No,
no, Marcel agrees with Mel confronting Wanda. So
right. Bullshit. All bullshit. I don't even want to deal with this, but I will address this. Destiny Man want her to cook. Now he said this whole thing I'm gonna address this whole time. Okay.
I feel like we're finally gonna agree on this one because we usually go like left, we usually go opposite, but let's see what you have to say.
Well, what I got to say about this whole little cooking thing is I don't know why y'all want her. You want her to come up there and cook. Okay. That's fine. That's what it is. But let's keep it even across the board. When you come to my house, I need a shed built. I need my grass cut. I need all the shit that I need a man to do. Since y'all be so quick to say cook and do the woman stuff, I need you when you come over here.
Why isn't he coming to
Do
her
this
house
stuff.
though?
He all the way in St. Louis, child.
But this is the time for Destiny to show her life, like she talking about him. So why don't this nigga come to the house? And
No.
I was gonna say this. I don't think Destiny should be getting off no airplane and going to your house to cook for you. How long is she staying there? Because I will say this, Destiny. What kind of relationship are you trying to have? Like, I'm confused because I don't. At some point, the nigga gonna want you to cook for him, and if you ain't, somebody is. You're all the way in Huntsville. He's all the way in St. Louis. So he ain't never had your cooking before. Like, that's not a thing where y'all like ever do that. Shit, you're frozen again. Oh, you're back.
Everything you said, I couldn't hear nothing because it was going in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, my internet is just kind of jacked up today. No, I'm saying, like, what kind of relationship are they having though? Like, does she think like he, you know what I mean? Like, at some point you gonna cook though, right? Are you trying to get wiped up or what is it? Like, obviously you're not gonna get off the plane and go cook for him. But how long are you staying? He ain't never. You ain't never cooked for this nigga.
No, she all nigga. She don't want to do that. Destiny ain't doing wifely duties. She want to be the dude in a relationship.
So then what happens when somebody in St. Louis is cooking for this nigga?
Somebody is in St. Louis cooking for him. That's why he ain't on the show. Somebody in St. Louis is cooking for him. Sure, baby mama, somebody. He ain't on the show for a reason.
But then Destiny, why are you here then? Because this show is about relationships.
Why is she here? She can go, child. And speaking of which, right before I came on here real quick about Kiki, did you see Kiki mugshot?
No.
I'm like, Kiki. It was deeper than what you're saying. It was deeper than what you're saying, Kiki. So it's Mila's birthday.
She was looking cracked out.
She was it said driving under the influence. So evidently she was riding around high as hell and got pulled over. So yeah. So we at Mila's birthday party. And they want at this point they're gonna tell Wanda to chill out at the birthday party. She coming to the birthday party. Did you see your girl Kimmy? Kimmy showed up with as the sex kitten like you every week.
I didn't. I saw Maurice, but I didn't actually see Kimmy. Which just I'm sure it was something tight and short.
Yeah. Tisha Dumb Butt left the cake in the car in 100 degrees hot ass Alabama summer. So that was crazy.
I mean, I don't care where you are. Why is the cake in the car? I think it's hot everywhere in summertime. Why is the cake in the car?
It's definitely hotter in the car than it is outside.
It's hot there in the summer. I'm just saying, like, that just didn't make sense to me. Okay.
So Wanda pulled up fussing because she late and she wanted to hold up the party, but they didn't. So they pulled her to the side and she go into that whole little thing. I wasn't talking about the baby. I said the last baby. I ain't say something about Tamika. I said Diane's last child. Okay. Same thing, Wanda. I don't know why you don't understand.
I mean, it sounds like you
to me. Yeah. She said, she was talking back because I could talk about her. She was talking about me. What she called me that what you call them people?
Hooked on phonics. I love how she couldn't think of the word. What did she call me? She called me one of those people, those kind of people.
One of them kind of people, the hooked on phonics people. So he basically tell her like this. Marceau basically told her like this. Look here, you got other stuff you could be talking about. You got Wanda showing up food. That's what you need to be on there talking about. Quit being on there talking about these other people.
But I mean, she keeps harping on the last thing that she said that pissed Mel off. But Wanda,
but it was
on live like so much. And she was always on live, and she was always talking about Mel don't have no friends. She was always online talking about Mel. Until Mel finally was like, bitch.
That's where it was at. Well, honey, she ain't say it. Okay. Um, she wasn't listening. This conversation and Mark conversation was the same thing. I don't know why
Exactly
they
the
thought
same. They both said no. They both had a conversation and they both said, Wanda said she like the piper. She finna blow across the room.
that's what she said. She ain't listening. I don't know why y'all thought she was more reasonable than Mark. Hey, they both crazy.
Well, she didn't go
Now that'll be an interesting couple.
politely, F you.
Well, no.
But she
She
did
can
tell
say
Marco
shake
he
them
had
all, leave the hell on. I think they'd be a good couple. Mark
well, he
and
liked him
Wanda.
older. And as long as he can be okay with all the other boyfriends that she's
Well,
got
then
on her.
there's that. Then there's that. So the only thing she did was agree that she wasn't gonna say kids. Now she gonna say that last baby and all of that, but she ain't gonna say kids no more. Teachers think it was success. She think the the talk with her mama. She felt like her mama was gonna change behind it. Okay, Tisha.
Did you love that speech? How Marcel was like, "You raised her, and she's not gonna let anybody walk over her."
But me. Child, please. So that's how that episode ended. Next week, child, we got Kimmy's health scare, and then for some stupid reason, Stormy want to get everybody together. I'm like, do we have to? We're all back in the same room. It looked like Tiffany
Not
getting.
only are we together, but we're playing them stupid games that Tisha over there on
Uh-huh.
Bell Collective be making up, where you gotta say something, say what I meant and what you heard, and looks like Spicy Tiffany is back to fight with Destiny.
She back.
Tiffany depict her side. She's like, Destiny, you fucking up. I'm not going. I don't want to go that way. So take that
Yeah, I'm
shit back
going
in
back.
Detroit.
You're back to being ghetto Detroit. You're ghetto Detroit. That's what she is. And
I'm
Tiffany,
like,
you're off the show.
dang.
When your ass decided you want to leave the counseling session early and you didn't want to participate, you made your exit. Yeah, they signed your papers that day, ma'am. That was the last one for you.
Aw.
Yeah, we're
Bring
done.
on Dr. Francis. You know I love Dr. Francis.
Bring Dr. Francis to this meeting so he
Yeah.
can read everybody for filth. That's what you do. Now, that's what I want to see him. Bring him to this meeting.
So he can read Destiny.
Oh, everybody, go down the
Destiny
line.
said,
Bloop,
she
bloop,
said,
bloop,
people
bloop.
be acting like I have an attitude for no reason. And I'm like, yeah,
You
but it
do.
was.
You do.
It
You
was
ain't
all the way for
justified
no
nothing.
reason.
Yeah. Child. Well, go ahead. Tell them what to do.
Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, slice it, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you on the next one. Happy Halloween!